Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 2 between Zerkoi and your father. In a best 2 out of 3, your father took the first game pretty decisively.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens this time around.
Mr. MaximusBlack.
Yeah.
Hit me up with the sound of waking up and you're surrounded by fire.
Oh, what the fuck? What the?
I wasn't sure if there was going to be like one more little bit to that or not.
That'd be a terrible way to wake up.
You didn't actually put their names on though?
Can't.
Oh right, it's a 2v2. Yeah.
Can't do it.
Right.
Can't do it.
Okay, sorry. So, some of you might be thinking to yourself, how in the shit are there 3 things on this map right now? Let Mr. MaximusBlack fill you.
Yes, the players, they got not so friendly. Pretty much one of the more popular CES in all of CES history. It's basically a
you know, like all 5.
Hey man,
and CES in the long history.
There's a lot of CES though. There's a lot of different builds that we've done.
That's true.
Like we're talking probably like 40 different builds over the span of 5 tournaments or so. It's called Not So Friendly. Both players team up against an AI, which is this guy right here.
That poor bitch.
After and only after the AI dies, both players must continue game. Do not enter score screen. You will then fight each other to the death. Game ends when all your old teammate structures are destroyed. Build wisely. You each will have vision of each other and will be forced to click each other until the death.
Yeah.
So it gets pretty crazy. There's a lot of strategic things that go on in this type of game where you can either decide to play back, let your partner do all the deal out all the damage. You can show all your cards.
New
and
biggest
say,
boss of the day.
I'm gonna do this type of build. What are you gonna do about it? You can keep countering your partner, but then again, you're gonna let your opponent start to build up. There's a lot of different strategy that can go into this, and it always turns out to be a good time.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done.
The general strategy that I would probably take on is to simply build strategically to start. Terran, I think, is probably the best thing to roll in this setup because for a couple reasons. First and foremost is, of course, the building part itself is particularly easy with Terran. Protoss probably the next easiest. Zerg is probably the hardest thing to have to do in this build, I'm going to say. The next thing is, because you're forced to click pretty much every single unit unless you've got AoE, it is usually better if you have, if you build a lot of smaller units. We've had people in the past go like a lot of bigger units, and it's just that just doesn't work as well because at the end of the day, if you're gonna sit there and spam click like 9,000 Marines, and the Marines are still gonna do a lot of damage to single target real quick, that's going to be a lot harder and a lot less efficient than just having or it is less efficient to go a bunch of higher tier, you know, mass big units. So you know, as Protoss, I'm thinking really stalkers are fine, but you've got
it's really dependent.
You've got Storm at your disposal.
Yeah, it really is dependent on what your partner is going. If your partner, for example, is going something like carriers, yes, then stalkers are a good choice because then you can focus them down and kill them quickly. If your partner is going, you know, charge lots, you're not going to want to go stalkers. So unless you're getting blink stalkers, and then you got to do a lot of different micro because you got to blink away, and then you also got to focus down as well. Wow,
this is actually no joke.
This is
this computer's no joke.
This computer is going full ham.
Well, that just kind of
oh
dear.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Well, rip that expansion.
Well, the computer could have done a lot more damage if he would have went into the main. How embarrassing. I actually don't even have a stipulation where the computer beats somebody. So I'm assuming that if the computer beats his partner, then the other guy is just going to win. And I guess at this point, it's probably best that this guy, or Blue, just lets him die.
Yeah.
Because that'll be the work is done for him.
I mean, he can still defend if the computer attacks him.
Yep.
But he doesn't has to worry about doing anything other than that. So yeah, why not just let the computer do the work for him?
So we are playing against a very tough computer. No one said this was going to be easy.
No.
And look at this, Blue.
There it is.
He's crippling both. That was Teal's expansion, and now he's into Blue's base. He needs to get an overcharge off. He does not have enough, and the Zerg is actually smart enough to run away from the battle without losing all of his units. And he's going to regroup. More Banelings on the way. Now this computer is grabbing a natural as well. The natural is still down here for Zerkoi, but unfortunately, your father, his natural's gone. His probes are gone.
Yep.
And this means Zerkoi now in the lead.
Yeah.
When you gotta think of it as they're against each other.
And it's so hard to call it a lead because ultimately, even if he does have a lead, somebody has to eventually kill the computer. And so if he has a lead, he has to, in order to capitalize on his lead,
go and attack.
He has to be the one to kill the computer.
That's right.
When you do that, you're going to inevitably lose a bunch of units. And if he leaves and his partner stays, as soon as he's killed it, the guy, his base starts dying.
That's the beautiful thing about
So just being ahead by an expansion does not necessarily a winner make.
I agree. Well, we'll see what happens here. He's gonna go ahead and grab a third, and I like what your father's doing. He went and double expanded, and that's exactly what he needed to do. If he would have just gotten one Nexus here, he still would have been, in theory, behind. He is going to start to push out here with 2 Oracles. I don't know how much damage that's going to do. There's quite a bit of, a few Spore Crawlers, only 2 Spore Crawlers out, but there's 3 Queens, so there's not going to be a whole lot to be done unless he comes over here on this expansion. Then he'll do a significant amount of damage, and just like that, he ain't getting nothing done.
No.
Oh, but here it is. Free drones.
Is it 4 spore shots to take out 1, or is it 5?
To kill 1 Oracle?
It looked like it's 4 or 5.
I'm not 100% sure because I never go Oracles against Zerg. I'm gonna say it's probably 5.
Yeah, it looks like it. It was
probably 5.
It looks like it was 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So you don't have a lot of time because they've got what, 9 range?
Why do you ask me these very specific questions like I'm an encyclopedia of Zerg?
I don't know. I'm just
like what are you like you?
I'm filling time.
No, like over the years.
Filling time.
Over the years, you asked me some of the most.
You're the Starcraft player, not me.
Jesus Christ, I'm MaximusBlack. I'm not fucking. I'm not fucking Artosis. You know what I'm saying? I'm not day 9.
I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. It looked like 4 or 5.
You ask me the most retarded questions sometimes. Like,
pretty sure
you get the most random thing ever.
Pretty sure spores have 9 range.
So exactly how long is the upgrade for the Overlord speed? Exactly, at what radius does the creep spread go? How many, creep tumors do you need to completely fill a base?
These are the questions that beg answers.
Holy shit, dude. You make me look stupid because then I don't know the fucking answer, and then I go, why should I know that answer? It's like, god damn, you could at least ask me some Protoss questions.
I do. You just don't notice them because you have the answers to the Protoss questions.
Well, because I know that, I actually didn't even know the answer to how many shots a Spore Crawler takes to kill an Oracle.
You probably should, though.
No, because I don't run my Oracles into Spore Crawlers.
But sometimes you can play around that, you know? You gotta see how much
do you know how fast the DPS is on a Spore Crawler? I don't know the exact DPS of a Spore Crawler, but the difference between a 4 or a 5 shot isn't gonna make or break. You're not gonna time it out to get shot by 4 times and then go out last second before the 5th happens. Those things shoot faster than your first time boning, alright?
That's pretty quick.
Yeah. So let it be there. Anyway, now that I'm done having my moment, here comes this Zerg. What the fuck?
This computer is still killing people.
This Zerg is going ham right now. He's got infestors. He's got a weird unit composition.
Well, he's got a computer composition, which is usually a mixture of all the shit.
Yeah.
So he's got Zerglings, Banelings, infestors, and Hydra.
Yep.
And a Overseer, because why not? He is going to get rid of that Void Ray, but he's going to get completely massacred by the other half, his other half of his army here. Those infestors aren't going to accomplish a lot. They're going to want to run away. There's one random infested Terran. that didn't even make it out of the pod.
No. Well, I mean, at this point, you know, a computer is only so good. I mean, we're getting to the point now where, for one, it's 2v1.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is well.
So there's the storm and there's the blink. So this looks to be exactly the composition that I was talking about here that makes sense.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, it almost doesn't matter what your opponent goes for a counter, as long as you have a unit that can be masked and has to get a lot of clicks going, but also has, you know, a decent all-around unit like a Roach or a in this case a Stalker. And then an AoE unit of some kind, if you can manage that, which in this case would be the Storms.
Yeah, the Storms are absolutely huge. I think if you roll Protoss in this, Storms are a must because it's your
It's almost
AoE.
a free win against the army if you're good about it.
Yeah, and I mean if you're up against Bio, like if you're up against Terran and they're just going pure Marines, you're just gonna melt them, assuming that you're gonna get those those Storms off. This is what I would be going to. I'd be going Stalker Storm. I think that's just
I think that's the way to go.
The best way to get the job done.
Yep.
Meanwhile, pardon me, these two Oracles still alive. How many kills do these bad boys have? 18 on one, 22 on another.
Not bad.
It's a lot of kills.
They put in some work.
Yeah.
They put in some work.
All right, well, we're still waiting it out. Now getting a bunch of Corruptors. I don't know what tipped him off to do that. Just a couple of Void Rays. Because his main fight is going to be these Stalkers. They do have Blink on both of them. So they both have Blink. Still level 0-0 for Zerkoi. Level 1-1 for your father.
Okay.
Upgrades obviously are a huge deal, not only in any matchup, but more specifically in a mirror matchup.
Yeah, this is definitely.
I mean, when you're in a mirror matchup, it's those things that make and break games. Having things like upgrades, even a shield upgrade.
Yeah.
If you're up against the same army and you have shields upgraded and the other guy doesn't, well, you're gonna come out on top, assuming that your micro is relatively the same. Meanwhile, the Zerg just grabbing this third, not doing a whole lot here. Sitting down, this army is not very scary anymore. I mean, he did a really nice attack with the Lings and Banelings, but after that, and look at this, look at the damage that's being dealt by these Oracles, just going around picking off, crippling this Zerg more and more economy-wise.
But Jeff, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What is the dive speed of an unladen Corruptor?
I couldn't tell you, Adam. I don't know why you asked me these questions, but I couldn't tell you. Jesus. I don't know why. I still, like, every time you do it, in my mind, I want to tell you to fuck off. Like, in my mind, I'm going, Jesus, man, why do you ask me these very specific...
I'm just trying to keep you sharp. Just trying to keep you sharp.
Yeah, well, no.
Just trying to keep you on the ball.
Well, you know what'd be crazy? See, you're supposed to know those things.
The fuck? I haven't played Starcraft like 3-4 years.
You're more of a study type guy,
right,
than a play type guy. So I would expect you to have more of the finer, maybe not the strategic things, but basically the cyclopedia of whatever game that you're professionally casting or unprofessionally casting.
It's definitely not professionally casting.
I would like for example, if we ever started casting League of Legends,
yeah,
I would think more of the color commentary guy, and you would be more of like, knowing all the items, knowing all the champions, knowing all the...
That's because I just know that game more than you do. That's why I expect you fucking play the shit out of this game versus me.
Yeah.
Which is not difficult. Anybody who went out and bought the game and played it for 3 days played it more than me. I play the shit
out of this game more than the majority of the people on the planet.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
Yes.
So, the unladen dive speed of a Corruptor.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Jesus, man. You can throw in as many rapid fire questions about strategy, about scenarios and situations. I won't even think twice. But when you're asking me how long does it approximately take a mule to get rid of one total rich mineral field crystal, I'm gonna tell you to fuck yourself, because I really don't know, and I don't really care to know.
Who wins this battle?
Here comes what kind of choke is this? These stalkers on the back are a little salty. Ultralisk though, coming in.
There's 3 frames a second, and I can see all of them clearly now as the Zerg is getting absolutely face rolled, despite the fact that your father put half of his stalkers into the Spartan 300 chokehold.
And look at this, your father going up, and look at this guy. Do all the damage, sucker.
Yeah.
He just lost half of his army fighting this, and this battle isn't even over yet. There's still one Ultra here. We still got a bunch of ground units. Creep spread like crazy from this computer. Nice blinking from your father. He is going to be able to clean up this Zerg army, but does he really want to finish off this Zerg right now?
I think this is your father showing that he just straight up thinks that no matter what happens here, he is better than his opponent and can figure out how to make this work. I think that's what this is showing right now, because anybody who has the balls to go deal with the computer by themselves for that period of time.
Yeah.
But look at this. Coincidentally, now his partner is going in to finish up the job.
Well,
now that the army is gone.
Yeah, why not? The army's gone. It's not like he's going to lose much. He's got such a critical mass that really...
now that he's done this, if your father just went home...
Yeah. He's not, though. He's coming to help.
No, he's coming to help. I don't know why.
I mean, you can just see the army size difference. And he's got a High Templar in here.
Yeah.
Once those storms come off, although he does have Blink. And look at this. Again, your father is forced to take the majority of the army of what's left of it. Some nice Blink happening. Still only level 1 armor. 3, though, for weapons. Over here, it's 2-2. So, really, the upgrades are sort of balancing out. 2 more Ultras are popping. And these guys, this is... I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for this fight to go down. Everybody is expanding everywhere. This is gonna be a long game, boys. Strap yourselves in. Just strap it.
I don't think it's gonna be long. I don't even think it's gonna be long. I think it's literally just gonna be one sour. This is gonna be one big ass battle, and it's gonna be pretty obvious pretty quick who's gonna win. I think it's going to come down to a couple. I mean, one side's got storms and the other side doesn't.
Yeah,
how the fuck, if he still manages to lose when he has the same unit composition except storms as well, then you done fucked up.
Yeah,
because that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, the storms are pretty crucial, and I don't see there is no storms in production. I guess the other thing that we could look at is what do they have behind this? Because even if these guys trade off and square off, and one guy comes out on top, the other guy's still going to be pretty damn crippled. So who is going to be able to remax quickly to be able to re-engage and capitalize on the other person not having a whole lot? It looks like it's fairly even in terms of gateways, but what do we have for Stargates? We only have one here. It's just basically it's going to be a gateway war.
Well, I don't think Stargates, no matter what unit comes out of them, I don't think Stargates is the right choice to begin with.
No.
Nothing that comes out of there is going to really do you any good.
No.
Maybe Tempests from a really far distance, since you can attack them like across the map. Maybe. But again, you would need like, I don't know, 4 million of them.
He needs to watch these high temps, man. He doesn't want to lose these high temps. Loses one of them there. Another one's going to go down. And another one goes down. He only has 2 high temps left. Another one goes down.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit, no. Oh! All of his high temps are gone!
Alright, now, well, I mean, the computer isn't dead yet. So this...
He just lost all of his High Templar for no reason. This guy's being a dick and he's
blocking the ramp.
Position. Say something.
Say something. Not gonna do anything.
Yeah, he's not letting Zerg out.
I mean, he's got time to build more, so that's kind of whatever. That's not the end of the world for him. But, with that being said... you know, in a situation like that, if the computer had been on the outs, like if your father had been killing at the same time, that could have been catastrophic. Because if it's just a stalker versus stalker war, I feel like your father has the upper hand.
Yeah, I have to agree. And also, your father has been showing that he knows how to blink, which is going to be huge as well. Although, it's really not going to be all that big of a deal, simply because you have to attack each individual stalker. So even if you blink, you're gonna die as soon as you shoot. There's so much DPS, you're gonna kill a stalker in one hit. It's not like you can like get low on health and then blink back.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a one-shot death. So really, I don't even think blink at this point is going to matter.
It's almost just gonna be almost like a Civil War,
a stupid shit show.
like the Civil War era battle where you just line up. And then somebody in the front line yells across the field, "Hey, are you guys ready?" Hey, guy on the other side's like, "Yeah, we're good."
Yep.
And then somebody does a big countdown, and then a cannon fires, and then everybody just locks and loads and shoots at each other.
That's gonna be the show.
Until everybody's dead.
I think that's gonna be the show. We do have some more high temps though out for Zerkoi. Still no high temps for your father. I think he's probably gonna get the picture once his army gets shredded by storms.
Yeah.
He'll probably then transition into getting high temp. The question is, will it be too late? Every mineral patch on this map has been taken.
Yeah.
By someone, except for this one.
That one lonely,
and this one.
The one or two lonely patches. Like, well, that one's just taken up by that one.
That creep. So it's not a whole lot you can do anyway.
I mean, I don't know. There's nothing. There's like nothing to be said now. It's all a matter of
It's waiting.
Of just waiting.
You know what can be said? Our sponsors.
Yes.
LootCrate.com, 10% off by using the promo code BOUS.
Exactly.
G2A.com, use the promo code BOUS for 3% off. Go and pre-order Fallout 4, Call of Duty, Legacy of the Void, and get them at cheap. I'm not even joking. You're going to save like 15, 20 bucks.
Starcrafted deals.
Damn right. JORD wood watches, 5% off by using the promo code BOUS. Guys, it's gonna be a great Christmas gift for yourself, for your family, for your lover, whatever. Treat yourself to a JORD wood watch. It's that time of the year. It's getting there. I mean, I don't like to bring up Christmas. We're not even in.
Treat the hand that treats you well even better.
There you go.
Exactly.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Or treat the wrist, I should say.
Treat the wrist.
It puts in all that work all year round.
It is the wrist that keeps on giving.
It's true.
Okay, well, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here.
It's gonna happen soon, friends.
It's gonna happen. We are 30 minutes into this game, and I am sure shit is going to get real soon. What do you think that? How about this strategy? Because I'm sitting here and I'm really thinking here. I'm really trying to get into the minds of the players.
Okay.
What about having several stalkers or DTs back at base, so that when immediately the shit show goes down, you start sniping every pylon in this bitch?
I was gonna say that's probably, it's never bad to have a few units back for something like that, especially when that's the case, or like if it was a Terran, supply depots, anything, or more specifically, I guess the add-ons to the barracks and everything else would be what you would want to take out first. But yes, I would agree that would be what I would probably do. Try to power down some of these gateways.
You power them down, and the next thing you know, the guy can't reinforce.
Yeah.
And you're going, and then you use that to your advantage. We haven't seen someone do that strategy yet. There's the Zerg. He is going to GG. We are going to continue. And here we go. It's on.
Like Donkey Kong?
Like Donkey Kong. All right. He's going back. Oh shit, he is going back to base. Is he really gonna go and snipe?
Oh, he just warped. He just used the old mothership core to warp back.
Okay, nice.
Which recall. Is the recall is done. Oh god.
Here we go.
Oh, Blink can't do anything. You're gonna actually click.
He needs to storm.
Storm him.
Oh, he got high temps on. Oh shit!
Fuck! Oh, just go in.
It's gonna be a high temp.
Oh god!
Oh shit!
Oh, he didn't even have to use his.
Oh shit!
He didn't even have to use his stalkers. He just stormed him to death, and he's still storming him. He didn't have to do shit all. He just waited.
This is
my god.
This is like watching something. I was gonna say something, but I don't want to offend people, so I'm not gonna. But it's like watching. It's like watching a train wreck. We'll say that.
All right. Well, that was the most anticlimactic thing I've ever witnessed.
Yeah, it was.
These zealots are still not attacking anything. They're just kind of being surrounded in this circle of death.
Why did he warp in zealots?
I don't know, but he's not attacking anybody with it.
There he goes.
Oh, he hit somebody.
There he goes.
That one lone stalker corpse falling off the edge of the cliff there. And this is really just going to be a matter of just killing whatever gets warped out at this point. Just anything that comes out,
those storms
gets killed.
That hit Zerkoi was
done.
There we go. Look at this.
He finally did it.
He's actually shift-clicking stalkers.
He needed to do that like
a year ago,
2 minutes ago.
Here
but unfortunately, he didn't.
Oh, probably gonna end up just storming his own units at this point.
Like
the colors are so close that it's
really hard to tell. Yeah,
it's hard.
But one thing is for sure. Your father is winning this match pretty friggin' hard.
Yeah.
I mean, he just walked right into that shit.
Yeah, I agree.
He literally just walked through it. And he did what I was waiting for one of them to do, which was as soon as the storm starts, just blink out of it.
Yep.
Wait until the energy is burned up.
Look at this. He is going after the pylons. Very smart.
Yeah. No more reinforcing. Your father is just smacking smacking him around. It's just, it's bad.
This is real bad.
It's bad. This is going back in time, where you know, fathers could still bring out the old belt, and not get sent to jail.
Those days are over.
Those days are over.
Yep. Those days are long over.
You just, you know, you don't get that chance to just beat the shit out of your kid anymore.
I got smacked up a couple times. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. You know, don't put them in the hospital, but, you know, tan their ass a bit.
Oh, my ass got tanned a couple times, I'll tell you that. I tell you that.
Wait, see, that's all you gotta do. You just blink out of it. Not a big deal. Unfortunately, not that wise. And the stalker
look
count.
at the stalker count. It's
just evaporating.
I love that he's shift clicking. Zerkoi can't even keep up. He's just standing there and taking.
Trying, but he just said, "Nah, my body is done."
Yeah.
That's rip.
We might even just see him just straight up leave the game.
Yeah, he needs to throw out the GG because there's no universe now in which he comes back to take this out.
Yeah.
All of his pylons are done. Everything is over.
I mean, he does. What does he have left? He's just got these gateways he's building up here, a bunch of pylons.
His pride, Jeff. He has his pride left, and that's about it.
I don't even think he has that anymore.
And that's slipping away from him now.
That is slipping away big time.
There
it is. Zerkoi
just done.
leaves the game. He knows he's done. He saves us about another 40 minutes of.
Thank fuck for that. Holy shit.
Oh, those storms though, man. Hey, and that computer was something fucking fierce.
That computer put in work.
You know what I think I'm gonna do next time this build randomly pops up? I'm gonna put 3 computers in there on that difficulty, and I'm gonna see who the hell survives.
If somebody just dies.
Yeah. Either that, or maybe we'll do a 2 versus 6 computer matchup.
Yeah. I was about to say that. Is that put them in 2v6 and see if they can survive.
See if they can survive.
I feel like that would just be like a 3-hour-long game, though.
It'll be worth.
I don't know. I don't know.
You know what's worth, though?
Head over to G2A.
No, we're gonna start off at LootCrate.
Head over to LootCrate, where you too can be excellent to each other in this month's theme pack of time. Do you watch Doctor Who? Neither do I, but some people do, and by some, I mean the majority of people that aren't me. Also, we've got Back to the Future, and, what is it, Bill and Ted, or Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
Yep.
Something along those lines. All I know is that they like weed, and they like talking about being excellent to each other.
Speaking of time is running out. Only a few days left to get in on this month's LootCrate.
Yes.
And then, of course, if you're watching this video and that time is up,
there's another one.
There's another one.
It's different than this one.
Every single month. So, also, G2A.com, get those Starcrafted prices. 25% off, followed for go and pre-order, and go check out all the other sales they got going on.
34% off Guild Wars 2 Heart of Thorns, the expansion pack that is just en route here. Just come out, just come out.
Oh, you can pre-order this. I didn't even know.
34 bucks right there.
Boom!
So if you too want to be reminded that Guild Wars 2 is not as good as Guild Wars 1, feel free to save 34% and pick up the expansion.
Some people are into that game, surprisingly. And we also have JORD wood watches. Here, if you guys are on the stream, you can click on the JORD banner underneath the stream, or you can type in !JORD, J-O-R-D. It'll take you to this page. You don't have to put your first name if you don't want to. You can put your username and then put your email. You can click what watch series that you like and then submit entry for a $150 gift card giveaway. Also 5% off by using the promo code BAUS. Go and check out their watches. Some really sexy looking stuff, and they're great quality. Adam and I both have one.
Yep.
I know this says 10%, but that's just from the last thingy bobber. Let me just put this up one. There we go. So yeah, go check them out. It's be a great gift for wedding, birthdays, yourself. You know, it is what it is. Go check them. That's gonna be it for this video. We will be back right after this as we're getting into the semi-finals. Unless there's somebody that has done one game each, then we're gonna have
then
to cast
it'll be a
that.
bonus.
Then it'll be a bonus cast.
Jeff, if I were to have to wait in between now and the next game, how should I go about doing so?
You should definitely go about doing so by entering all of those giveaways.
Okay, that's not actually what I was leading you into, so I'm going to give you one more try.
Okay.
If I had something that I had to do between now and the next game, how should I go about waiting?
After you're done entering those giveaways,
Okay.
this would be the time where you go do those things, like use
Okay.
the bathroom, get
Okay.
a drink,
Yes.
bang your woman,
All right.
have a fap session.
I mean, if you can do both of those things, I mean, you really only need about 2.5 minutes to bang those two out. So, I was actually going for sit goddamn Tizzity.
Oh, how did I miss that, dude? How did I miss that?
I don't know. I thought the second time around we
Shit,
might have
man.
it, but
Dude,
no, nothing.
I'm having an off day, man.
Just T-ball and
I'm
swing and a
having an off
miss.
day. All right, guys, we'll be back. Sit Tizzity.